of women. So if you're a young man living in San Diego, you're in the most competitive dating market in basically the whole country. My recommendation for young men is to move to the East Coast. South Carolina is a great place to live. In Charleston, South Carolina, it's something like 3 single women for every 1 single man. I'll see couples in South Carolina where it's like a fat, there's memes about it, like a fat white guy has a hot girlfriend. And I'll see that frequently in South Carolina. That same couple, if that girl lived in San Diego, she could date a Navy SEAL. She can have whoever she wants. If that guy lived in San Diego, he would be an incel. Dudes who are incels on the West Coast could get girls fairly easily on the East Coast. So I want to, shout out ratio. I call this ratio theory, and makes a huge difference. When I was 23 years old, I moved from San Diego to Charleston, South Carolina, and I killed it with the girls in South Carolina. Whereas in San Diego, I'm just like short and annoying. But in South Carolina, I've done great.
He's speaking from experience.
You have to take
folks.
into account. No, you have to take into account that these girls want to date military guys because, like, they're gonna.
It doesn't have to be. No, there's plenty of non-military. There's every type of guy. There's every type of guy, and they're tall too. Guys are taller. Guys are taller
guys
in
that go on
California.
deployment or whatever, like.
What's the
A lot of girls don't want that.
What's their education
That's
level?
fine. Yeah, there's other
I'm
options.
just curious.
We have, I think, one master's grad, one BA grad, and then one college student.
I'm a
By everybody else, high school.
BA
And what?
And what?
And from where?
in marketing management from UCF,
Talk your
Florida.
shit then.
I'm just curious on who's giving degrees.
So anyways, we covered ratio theory, but that's my advice to young men. Move to the East Coast. You're gonna do a lot better with the girls. My other question is: anyone in the room? I asked this on Monday. Is anyone in the room a Carmelo Anthony supporter?
Who's that?
Yeah, who's that?
Okay, they don't know.
Isn't he
Back
a
in
basketball? Can we get a photo? Can we get a photo to see it?
There's no black girls here. They don't care. I got a question for the girls.
Leave that for the Monday
Ladies,
show.
I want you to give me one trait that you think is keeping you single. One trait that's keeping you single. I want you to give me one trait that's keeping you single, and then one trait that's like disqualifying the men. So we'll make it fair. So you can go ahead and give me one trait that's keeping you single, and then one trait that you notice in the men that's like making you say, I can't do this. It could be something like,
He's a hoe.
yeah, you can say that, and then like for you, you could say, oh, I'm too assertive. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll start here with you.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
One trait keeping you single, and then one trait why you're not like, going with guys. Or like a trait that's like keeping you from talking to men.
Well, I'm single because I'm bipolar. Girl,
Okay.
clock it.
Mental.
Okay. And then what about the men? What's their problem?
Nothing.
Okay. Who said girl fuck it? Somebody said
No,
girl
I
fuck
said clock it. Like
Oh, clock it.
every
Bipolar.
girl's bipolar.
Close call.
Every girl's bipolar. I did not say no. I said clock it. Everyone's bipolar in their own way.
Okay. What about you?
I think I'm single because I'm a little bit avoidant. Like, I'm kind of just scared to put myself out there, I think. I
Okay.
don't really know where to, like, meet guys at. I don't know.
You moved to San Diego. You're in the wrong
after
place.
what he just said, I might
Seriously?
be
I know, right?
I swear to God. Everyone laughs at me when I talk about. You get called an incel when you talk about ratio theory, but dude, the most
I might
mid
go.
girl you've ever met can date a hunk in San Diego because there are way too many dudes. We call it Man Diego.
San Diego's very gay, by the way. You're
Very gay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's what I just said. It's
There's
Man
a lot
Diego.
of men. My question to you,
Yeah.
reverting back to what you
She said she's avoidant, is what she is. Like, doesn't take chances, I guess.
alleged,
Right?
right?
Give people a chance, yeah.
Because she also said in the very beginning that you wouldn't disclose your body count.
Yeah.
I would assume someone who's avoidant would probably be on the lower end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah.
So what is it?
I just don't think that's, like, something that I want to put on the internet.
I think it's
because I
something-
think it does matter,
Is it less than 5?
not less.
Okay. Is it more than 10?
No.
So it's less than 10,
Yes.
but more than 5.
Yes.
Is it 7?
But I
And how
just
old are
don't-
you? 22?
22.
Can't be that avoidant.
Well, what would you mean?
Nothing. Carry on.
Okay. And then what is so you gave your your issue is that you're too avoidant. Like, let
I
me.
just don't even I don't even try. I don't even put myself out there.
Okay, so like
Yes,
if a
you do.
guy, so
Yes,
you know what it is? Okay.
I don't.
So
I
you're
really
like you'll
don't.
set up like you're the type of girl you'll set up a date and you'll just flake,
No, I won't even set up. A
or you
date.
won't even set it
I
up.
won't
Okay,
even set up a date.
that's fine. So you just won't. Yeah. Okay.
I just don't even think I don't want to date, honestly.
Are
right,
you-
right
Okay.
now?
Are
right
you
now.
And then-
referring? Because you're funny, bro. Are you saying like there's trauma there? That's why someone's avoidant.
9 times out of 10, right? When somebody, like our good friend right here, realized that something isn't working, they try to do the opposite. I'll give her an example. She went from dating older men to now she's a quote-unquote cougar. She went from obviously being out there, less than 10, but more than 5. She's only 22. When'd you lose your virginity? What age?
16.
So for 6 years, let's just say you were fucking one guy a year,
Yeah.
right? Alleged. I don't know.
Okay.
Now you realize that your decisions wasn't getting you the best results. So now you become avoidant based on your
Well-
own.
Well, yeah, cause I don't think that I was going for the right guys because it depends on who you ask, but
Wait, hold on. Who else can we ask?
no, I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
Like every single guy that I was with cheated on me, so I thought that I was like probably just picking the wrong guys, but then so I was just like, let me just stop because obviously I don't want to be cheated on, but it's also like I also have watched this podcast before, so I know how guys typically are if you want that certain caliber of guy. So I kind of have that like internal battle, like, do I want to be okay with that? Am I not okay with that? And it's obviously not a good feeling to get cheated on. So I'm just like,
She was dating high S&V guys and they just were fucking other girls, and she doesn't. She's realizing the consequences of being with a higher status guy, and she's like, I don't know
Yeah.
if I want to do this again.
Get a guy
Would
at
that be fair?
church.
a what?
Higher
She's like, what the
status.
fuck
A
is
guy
it?
has money and status.
You were dating a guy that's like attractive,
Older,
and,
money,
and
status.
You, like you're picky, so you get that guy, and then you realize like, oh shit, he's not gonna be monogamous, and you're probably not prepared to deal with that again.
Well, I'm not like significantly older, but like yeah, like I like older guys. I like to be attracted to the guys.
The
I'm
point I'm
talking
trying to make is
like,
that he's attractive. Other
Yeah,
girls would see
yeah.
find him attractive, so he's obviously gonna enact on that.
Right,
And you're
yeah.
not okay with him being polygamous like that.
But
I just
also,
don't know if I'm okay with it yet. So
That's
I'm
what I
just
mean.
yeah. No,
but
you're,
let's,
you're
but,
right.
but,
You
but
mean
let's,
polyamorous?
well, no, but let's also
two different
not,
things.
let's not say you are something because you become something as a response to your lack of results. You're not avoidant.
Right.
You're just resistant.
And I feel like the same
The big
concept.
difference.
The same concept is like when women be like, "Oh, I'm celibate," all of a sudden, right? It's just kind of like, basically, you was getting fucked, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, this probably doesn't work." Now all of a sudden I'm celibate now, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, but on the flip side, I think a lot of women. Hold on, I see both sides though. Because I feel on the flip side, I feel like nowadays niggas are hornier than they ever been. Right? They're addicted to pornography, all this
Right.
shit, and it's like a lot of times women feel like they have to fuck the nigga to keep the nigga, and it's not the case. And it's like,
Hold
they get
on,
pressured
speak
a
for
lot.
yourself. It is the fucking case. You better fuck me to keep me. Let's make
Body
this
count
clear.
goes up, then they get caught up. Nigga, it's a cycle.
And then what
It's
is
a cycle.
okay? So you said for you avoidance, okay? Like
Yeah.
you just don't put effort in. And then what is the issue with the men?
Cheating.
Yeah, probably.
Fear of cheating? Is that what it is? Or
But I feel like that's more so me.
okay, but what's their issue?
Like, I mean, not really anything. It's just like I just don't like being cheated on.
But if you're
Like,
0
I
for
happens.
feel like
6,
guys were
let me ask you
like-
this question, right? You're 0 for 6. I don't know your body. I don't know your
Yeah.
body. But let's just say you're 0 for 6.
Okay.
Maybe you're playing the game wrong.
Probably because I also think that I'm responsible for everything. Like I can't feel bad for myself.
Well, what I'm trying to say is maybe you're not understanding the game.
Right.
Maybe the reality is
Right.
the ones who are possibly stepping out on you is the norm.
Right.
Because right now you
I
have
think
more
it is.
proof that it is than it
Yeah.
isn't.
Hopefully it ain't, but it
So
is.
why
Well,
leave
that's
the
why
good
I-
guy just
I
because it's another girl?
Because part of me is thinking like, okay, well maybe I should just like drop my standards to a certain degree so I don't get cheated on because I don't like to be cheated on.
I mean,
What are
Never drop your
your
standards. Don't ever drop your standards. That's
Yeah.
what protects you.
stop it because you did.
Yeah.
You was a guy that worked out and then dated a guy who couldn't work out.
We
All
need
right, you gotta
claviculars
stop.
here.
Fresh Marin.
I'm
I
29.
mean,
She's 22. She's still got a lot of life
Fresh
in her.
Marin.
Yeah, but like I don't know if your advice
IG's
might
wild.
be the
No
best.
woman should ever, no man or woman should ever drop their standards.
Okay, so
Unless you're
that's
like,
debatable.
okay, unless you're like
She's
fucking
contradicting.
6'4",
Wait,
350
Every
pounds.
So you're
Man,
saying
drop
that
their
people
standards.
should drop their standards
No,
if
I
there's
don't.
a certain
Yeah, if your
thing.
standards.
Yo,
Okay,
Mike.
let's just be real.
Her own
What men,
Instagram is
if
wild,
men make over 100K a
Mine?
year,
Yeah, it's
that's
wild.
actually
It's
at a
not
very low
that
percent
bad.
of society.
Okay.
So for women to say, "Oh, my guy needs to make 160K a year," okay, bitch, why don't you go get a fucking job and make 160K a year? Because that in maybe but Miami
Granny,
and all these business.
All right, let me just continue on.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so I make sure I clarify this. So your thing is they're capable of cheating, so that's why you say no.
No, they cheat.
She is kind of mid though.
So they cheat. Okay. All right, fine. What about you?
Makes
What about you?
sense.
So you're avoiding your issue is that you're avoiding, and then the men.
She kinda
they
mid,
cheat. Okay.
right?
What about you?
Yeah.
What's
For me,
keeping you single, and then what's one thing that's keeping you single that's your problem, and then the guy problem?
I would say I'm impatient and like I haven't met a man who matches like my energy yet.
You knew,
She has patience.
Okay.
Yeah,
When you say
I'm very impatient.
How, you're impatient in what manner?
Just everything. Like I want someone to help me with everything in my life and just I don't know, think about
Okay, give me an example so I can properly.
I can't like I know that
She don't even know what she want.
I don't know, but basically just I'm impatient.
Okay. What about from their perspective? What is the thing that's making you say I can't do this with the men?
Oh, them?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
okay.
their issue? And then you gave your issue. You're impatient. What's their issue?
Okay, so their issue is like I mean they're just horn dogs and they just want things from me and
So wait.
I don't want to
Do
give
you
can
them
be
not put
impatient,
out?
but they
Do you
can't be
not put
impatient.
out?
Wow, we heard
Wait,
that.
what?
So wait, you can be impatient, but they can't be impatient.
No, I'm saying they're horn dogs. Like they want to have sex with me, and I say no.
So they're impatient
Oh.
But I say I'm impatient. I am impatient in the sense that like I want to do things like.
My girl's a hoe, but not from
Yeah,
me.
I think I
That's the
understand.
worst
Travel,
combination.
whatever.
I know what she means.
But I'm
You-
not gonna have
you,
sex
You really
with
suck at
them.
articulating yourself, but I'll fill in the gap.
Yeah, I do suck at
Yeah,
articulating myself.
it's horrible.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
Shout out to
You
UCF.
want immediate courtship. You want immediate gentleman treatment. You want immediate.
Yeah.
If you hit them up and say, "Oh, my tire's flat," or "I have this issue," you want them to take the initiative and show
Yeah.
up and fix it. That's what you want.
And
You want
I will-
immediate courtship.
Exactly.
Okay, but I find that interesting because they typically want that reciprocated with immediate
Right.
intimacy, and you're
Yeah,
saying
but
They
no.
I
want
don't
sex
sex
immediately.
them.
That's my point.
No.
Yeah, well,
So
that's
you want
the-
immediate courtship while they don't get immediate intimacy.
Wow.
But I give them intimacy in a different
Selfish.
way. Not. I don't have sex with them. though.
Selfish.
Shame on her.
That's not
That's the
selfish.
problem though, because
It's
if
not
your
because
girls
I
give
give
a
them,
immediate
I'll cuddle with
intimacy,
them.
they're going, body can
I'll,
go
like,
up. They
do
get
whatever,
called a
but
hoe.
I'm not gonna have
It's like
sex
a- it's
with
like a-
them.
If you're a hoe, just be
You
a
can't just
hoe.
fuck every
It's-
nigga.
But I'm not. Why you saying
know
I'm
what
a
I'm
hoe?
saying?
Because I'm not a hoe.
Yes, you are. You don't think you're a
How?
hoe?
No.
You don't think? What's your body? You wouldn't even say your body count.
It's silly.
I said 12. What do you mean? Did
Yeah,
you?
she did
do you
say it
not
was 12.
remember?
Oh, okay, okay.
See, what is this guy even saying?
Well,
To be fair, everyone else like most girls said were
well, no, but you're the only
You
one
don't
at
know
the
what you're
table.
saying.
So hold on,
You don't
Credit,
know what you're saying.
credit to
Wait, hold
you.
on.
You told us your
Thank
body
you.
count.
Starlight, you know what's
Thank
funny?
What?
I get what
Shit
you're
hidden.
saying. You want all of that, what he's saying, in a package.
Yeah.
But he gets nothing in return.
No, it's not nothing. It's like.
Hold on. What does he want?
But what I'm saying is,
No,
I'm
hold on.
giving
Wait,
him
wait.
this.
Let's stay on this.
I
What-
don't know what he wants,
No,
but
no.
what I'm saying is I'm giving him
What do you
this,
think he wants?
and he should
No.
be okay with that.
No. What do you think he wants?
What I'm saying is yeah, he might want all that. He might want all that, but what I'm giving him is what he.
So you know what he wants.
But what if-
but hold on. But you give him bullshit instead.
It's not bullshit.
No, it's
you
bullshit
think
because
cuddling is bullshit? You think
Yes,
my
that's a
Wait,
waste of
hold on.
time.
sex.
Cuddling is a
My
devastating
cuddles-
waste of
You think
time.
my cuddles are bullshit? You think that like me?
Your
Yes,
cuddles.
yeah.
Your cuddles.
Yeah.
cuddles, nigga. We want sex.
But no,
Yeah.
fresh.
Cuddles.
Bro, these girls be saying like whatever the fuck they want to say. You think my cuddles are boring, bitch? I'm ready to fuck. What is you saying? When women, and this is my perception, maybe I'm wrong. When women come to the analyzation that we just really want sex consistently, and we sacrifice a lot, like monetarily, our time and shit, just to get it. I think that y'all come to the understanding that like, you know, you can use it as a thing to get it in the door, but man, what men want is just sex for real. Like, that's all we really be wanting. Now, if you can get a girl that can cook, clean, shut the fuck up, sex, okay, you got a whammy. She gets the ring. But then most girls that I know don't be doing that. They still want you to do all the courting, all the paying. They hold the sex as, you know, some type of boundary, and then they also talking back and all that shit. Nobody wants that for real. Like, man just he want to suck, fuck, eat, and sleep, G, and chill out. He want peace. That's it. If a girl can do those simple things, which she already want to fuck because she's a female. She wants to have sex, probably not as much as we do, but she still want it. She got to eat, don't she? So she just got to cook it. That's all. And as long as she leave his ass alone, that's peace. You get the ring. You just won. Now he supplied all the money for you and everything because of that. So for these girls, they body count, at least the two on the right, their body count ain't super high. But the thing is, it's like she said she want to lower her standards because she want a faithful man. Unfortunately, you know, they say, do you want to cry in a Benz or do you want to cry in a Toyota? Because either way, they both gonna cheat on you. So I'm not saying every man cheat because that's a misconception, but a lot of men, the more options they believe they have, the more they would partake on cheating. So the women here in this situation, I would say, look, men cheat. If your man's around women, it's like I know people that allow their man to be around their girlfriends. Like if you're a girl, you let your man be around your girlfriend when you're not around, that's a foolish mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because men are tempted the same how you got them, it's the same how you lose them. Because we're attracted to you through your looks and sex. That's just how easy it is for another woman to take him from you. So it's best to have other talents. Let's just say it's best to have other skills other than sex and good looks. Cook for him, get his clothes, make his smoothie, be convenient in his lifestyle. So then he's like, all right, man, this girl outweighs any other girl that might come in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, say before you cheat on your girl, you're like, damn, this girl got a bigger booty. She got bigger titties. She more compliant. She don't nag. She cooks. Those are all things that defeat your girl. Now, if you look at the chick and you like, okay, well, my girl's ass is bigger. She runs at the mouth a lot. My girl kind of more chill. I really just want the pussy. But now I'm thinking, like, outside of that, it's like, I'm good. So then now you second guessing even cheating type shit. You know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of women are lost. So what they do is they play around in the streets and then they calculate the body counts up and up and up and up. You know, but that's because they lost. But the one girl, like she said, she's trying to find a superhero at this point.
You're like 16 years old.
So don't you feel like when a guy takes to go on a date, right? And he spends all this money, he's courting her, right?
Okay, but
He's not obligated to sex. He
He's
can still
not.
be weird.
He's not.
He can be weird.
He's not.
And
He's
she
not.
can be like, you know what? You spend a lot of money on me, but like, you're not for me, dude. And he be like, damn, I spent all my money. I deserve pussy. No, you don't, nigga. You're weird.
Look. Here's a game we
Well,
played, right?
she's maybe not putting out for you, but she would put out for someone else.
Because the nigga got
So,
sauce from the
if
NBA.
she's not,
But
so
my point is, she's giving what she thinks he wants.
Yeah.
Is that a
What she
fitted
wants
cap?
from him.
Take
He
that
gets
shit
what-
off,
okay, you know what?
boy.
Here's
This
the
ain't the
crumbs.
80s.
He wants the full meal.
it's not crumbs.
For him, it's
you.
crumbs.
yeah, it's cuddling is nothing. That's
I don't know. Look, I
And
don't
I have
know
a
why we're
question when you guys
acting.
are
Let,
done.
let me just break this down simply. I don't know why we're acting surprised here. She's just doing what girls do. She's actually
Yeah.
being honest about it. She's basically saying, I want to leverage sex for compliance. I want to get as much as I can without having to give up no pussy.
Right.
I want you to court me, treat me like a gentleman, treat me like a princess. I'm going to see how long I can ride that fucking ride. And then I will withhold sex as long as I can. And then if I have to give it up and he's worth it, I'll do it. This is literally what every girl does. I'm glad she's being honest about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she's saying, I'm impatient with the courtship,
But
you need to be patient with the sexuality.
yeah.
exactly.
She's literally doing the female sexual strategy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel
And
like
she actually said it verbatim.
Yes.
And
she
I
is.
feel like
She
Okay,
just sucks her
so-
taking herself.
But
maybe
my
she's
point is,
just trying to-
look at his point of view. What he
They don't
actually
give a fuck,
wants from
fresh,
you.
fresh. We already know that.
I know.
She know. Why do you think she said right away? They're hormones. They want to have sex.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a fuck. This is what
You don't want
women
to have
do.
sex?
This is
I
what
mean,
they do. They go
I
like,
do give a fuck.
no, you don't.
No.
You don't. What you want matters more, which is why you stress the courtship in the beginning and you
Right.
don't really care about him. You use it as
Right.
a betting tool. Like, I'll get rid of him quick if he doesn't want to wait.
I
That's what
never
you do.
said I'd get rid of him quick. I didn't.
But the thing is, for men too, though, is that the reason why they're courting you is for sex. So if you can't utilize that to get what you want, then you know he's just going. Like, I think women needs to understand that a lot of men are approaching women not to marry them. They're approaching them before how do I say this? Have a consistent access to vagina, literally. So really the only reason he's with you is because of what he can penetrate you as. And most of these bitches be starfishes anyway. You know what I'm saying? He doing all the sexual work. She just laying there. But let's just say this. The whole time he's approaching you is just purely for access to your body and your looks. Not that you can pay his bills. He's not looking for you to pay bills. He's not looking for you to have, this high skill. So when girls go and they want to become a nurse and they want to go on MP, guys don't give a damn about that shit, because to us, we don't care about your money. We want sexual access to you. And then we were willing to take you on dates to get it the nice way. But if you don't give it to us, those same people are willing to buy it as well from the streets. So when women think like, oh, I just want you to cuddle me and all that shit. Yeah, he's willing to cuddle you until he fuck. And then after he fuck, he gonna dip. Or he just going to turn the other cheek. Like, he don't really want to sit there cuddling with you, bro. He just want to fuck on something. And that's the thing. The power, the thirst that men have, and it's not even a real thirst. It's really our natural and our natural need for sex is the reason why we approach women in the first place. We probably would never, if men, like literally, they said the testosterone rates are going down, right? The lower that shit goes, the more we're not going to approach women. The more we feel ashamed approaching women, the more we're not going to approach them. Eventually, men are not going to approach women. Women are going to have to approach men in order for them to have any type of cordial conversation or any interaction. We don't want that, right? But it's getting more difficult for the guys. They're trying less and less and less. Eventually, they're not going to ask for it at all because they know, well, I just want to bust a nut. So you don't want men to be logical. If they're logical, they're paying for it, literally. But the need for sex in a man's brain is the reason why he's illogical and he's willing to spend all his money and his time just to possibly sleep with a woman. That's how I look at it. But if the men were super duper logical, like he knows, like, all right, I got pre-nut clarity. Y'all call it post-nut clarity, but I call it pre-nut clarity. Clarity on the front end. You hear me? If you get clarity on the front end, you already know, like, okay, this bitch got, like, I give her 2 dates max. If she ain't fucking, I'm gone. Literally, that's how the real ones that really do numbers do. They're like, all right, I do it 1 day after the first date. If she ain't doing by the second date, I'm done. Because I only want her for this reason. She might have said some red flags. You know how many dudes that still approach women and still deal with them when they know they're red flags? Even if they crazy, they can be mentally ill, they can have drug problems. They don't care because they only want sexual access to you. But women see that as like, well, he just want to take care of me. No, he wants to give you money because that's the way to get sexual access to you. But if, like I said, the older we get, the more less patient we become, the more direct we become, the more, and this is for men, the less patient, the more direct we become, the more logical we're becoming, the more we would rather just go out there and pay somebody like a sex worker for it. You get what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't get to that, but there's a possibility it might get to that. And then I guess women are screwed. I analyze, now I could be wrong about this. I believe that in the future, since women are reversing the man and women roles, technically, testosterone levels are going down. Women are working more. Women are paying more bills. Women are taking men roles. Eventually, it's going to switch. If you Google it right now, the number of stay-at-home boyfriends and husbands are at an all-time high rate. Why is that? The roles are reversing. Eventually, women, y'all gonna be in the roles of the man, and y'all gonna be asking the man for sex. It's already happening, bro. In nursing, I see it all the time. And in other places I go to, women are approaching the men. If there's a lack of men, they're going to start jumping on, all these women are going to start jumping on the attractive guys. The guys don't even have to look for it no more. The women are going to do what the guys are doing. Bird calling, bird calling, whatever. They'll start, hey, what up, honey? Let me get some of that. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, that's exactly what the women going to be start doing eventually. I'm just saying, to the point where, and this is an extreme level, women get on their knees asking for marriage, G. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's how it'll get. Because because they're on a time limit. They're going to have no choice but to do it. But the thing is, while they're on a time limit, they also forced themselves into a masculine role and took the man out of the masculine role. But you took the person out of the masculine role and put him in a feminine role, but he has a limited amount of time because he ages like wine. And since the woman has the more value in the front, now not only does she used her good youth years to accumulate funds, she also now has no more time left to procreate, as much time to procreate and or garner the same attention she had when she was in her youth, because she spent her time becoming a career woman. So eventually she will be the one approaching, because not only is she the one making the money, she's also the one that's losing time on her attractiveness and her body to even create a child. All right, let's keep on.
I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that.
But it's a
but you
natural
are right
it's
about
a
the rest.
natural filter.
You are right about the rest, but
If it was
I would
Henry
not get rid
Cavill,
of
you'd
someone
put out
quick.
day one. If it
No.
was a hot enough guy,
Why do
you'd
you
put
say
out.
that? No,
Myron,
that's
Myron, I ain't
not
gonna lie.
true. That's
I ain't
not
gonna lie.
true.
You would put out for
a
Henry
clip I saw of
Cavill.
you were saying like these are things that a man should have in place before
Yeah.
he gets married. You know, body count.
35.
50 plus, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to identify when a woman is using you, and that's the problem. Like, you spend all your money. You're like, okay, this is gonna give me sex, and you're getting used.
Yeah.
And you gotta leave. You gotta get the fuck out of here. And that's the problem with men in society nowadays. Is they don't know when they're getting used.
Yeah.
And let me be crystal clear about this. The reason why I knew exactly what she was trying to say, even though she couldn't articulate it, no offense, is because this
No,
is
it's
what
okay.
women. This is the female strategy, guys. For all the guys watching, you just heard it.
It's the natural
verbatim.
female strategy.
I'm going to
It's
leverage
innate.
sex against you for compliance, for dates, for courtship, for cuddles, like so I can get what I want. I want to feel that connection with you, and I reserve the right to fuck you when I feel like it. But you don't reserve the right. You have to continue to give me this courtship. That is the female sexual strategy 101. What she's doing. I'm just glad that she was honest about it, but that's what they all do. So it's like, and this is why guys need to understand: am I being used? Am I being not? Because most girls are going to take you on a ride like that. No, no offense,
On the
but
flip
like, that's
side,
just what it
Yeah,
is.
100%.
But it can turn into something else. It's not just a ride.
Yes, we
where you're
understand
like-
you reserve the right to fuck them when you want, but the point is that you're going to withhold it as long as you can. That's the female
Because
game.
we wanna
Let me get what I can get out of this. If
Right.
I give him sex, he's gonna have to earn it. I'm gonna get as much as I can though out of it.
Before the sex.
Taylor,
No, it's
Taylor,
not.
Taylor,
It's not
Taylor.
about that. It's, we want to see like how much you like, want to show us that you like us.
Taylor, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is it
That's literally what I said.
possible? I'm getting upset.
What?
This might be the theme for me today.
Okay. What?
Is it possible that you could be wrong?
I have a question when you guys are.
That's all I want to know.
I
Is
mean,
it likely?
obviously, it's always a possibility.
Okay. Is it likely?
It's always a possibility.
No. That's not my question. I don't like deflecting. That's the easiest way to trigger me. Is it likely?
Oh, so you're gonna be triggered
Okay. Is it likely
that I'm wrong?
you could be
Sure.
wrong? So
But
now
I'm-
look. Here's my thing. At the end of the day, right?
Wait, can we ask?
Isn't it crazy
can we
about how
ask
they're
everyone
like
else?
they're
Wait,
like
can we-
allergic to direct communication?
Hold on.
They are very allergic
Can
to
we ask-
direct
Can we ask all the girls?
communication.
Can we ask all the girls?
He's
No,
not
no,
asking
just-
all the
Everyone
girls. He's
else,
asking
ask
you.
all the
You're the
girls.
star. You're
Wait,
the
wait.
star, Starlight.
Wait, yeah.
You're the star.
Yeah. We're gonna bring you from.
Back to
You said you
space.
like the space.
Space to
But then
Earth.
why can't we
Space
like
to
ask
Earth.
everyone else?
We'll get to them afterwards. I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise
They
you.
don't
The state
agree?
of white women, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You're cooked, bro. You're cooked.
Come on, Taylor.
Now, I don't like to judge women so much because they're, they use more of their right side of their brain and we use more of our left side. Let's just say they use more reason and we use more logic. So if it doesn't make sense to us, it doesn't make sense at all, which technically speaking, it wouldn't make sense because it's not logical. They reason in their brain sometimes, not all women, but certain women, I think certain women that were raised a certain way with like men around, their brothers, they become more logical than women that were raised by women only or more sisters, and then their mother and the dad's not there or he's at work all the time. So he's asking her a direct question. Look, she already cannot articulate herself, which is okay. We accepted that. He's asking her a direct question, and her first instinct is to like, can we ask everyone here? He is not asking everyone here because the situation is about you, ma'am. So he's asking you, could you be wrong? And the thing is, I think sometimes, and I do, and this happens to me sometimes when I'm at work and I'm talking to the ladies, I'm giving them direct information, but it always goes back to their personal experience. But I didn't ask them for their personal experience. I said, it's like a question of the masses. I'm asking them a question for the masses, but it's always referred back to themselves, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And if you don't know, you never been around women. Like I've been working around women since I've been working. I work in the nursing field, so I'm always around women all the time, 24/7. So I have these conversations just like this. We sit back and have these conversations all day. You know how many times I've gave them a logical explanation, and it's always delusion at the end. And I'm like, damn, like this is sad. I think you guys are gonna have a really rough beginning. It's not like the past. Like all that old the fairy tale, pay all the bills stuff, it's the past, brother. It's not gonna be here too long, you know. And I had a lady ask me today. You know, she said her ex-husband used to just pay for stuff and then ask. Now her new husband is he's always counting the money. He wants to separate funds. I said, well, you should have probably just stayed with the first one. I guess you didn't know, right? But that's just a situation. The new generation don't think that way because of not only the economy. It's like y'all want fairness, right? Y'all want 50-50. Y'all want to be in charge. Well, that's you being in charge. You know what I mean? You got to pay shit. You got to pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think personally that the women, and I'm going to blame the women here because the men have access to a relationship. Women have access to sex. We do everything for y'all for sex. So if we're holding sex and you say, well, I want independence from you, then that's how we treat you because we want you to be happy so we can have access to sex. You know, we'll give you the relationship, which means technically we'll give you the ring, you know, but the women don't want the ring anymore. They want to be free from man. You know what I mean? So they get the degrees, the education, and the education. And I tell women, I said, and tell me this in the chat if this makes sense or not. Women usually date across and up, usually. They usually date across and up, which means the higher they make more money. So say you're a CNA, you go to school for nursing. Now you're making $20,000 more. You will not date anyone making $20,000 less than what you're making as a nurse because you will not date down. You only date up. So now you pull people out of your dating pool because of you went to school and educated yourself. That's the problem. Men don't think that way. Men, even if they're making 80, 120, they'll go date somebody making $30,000, $20,000. You know what I'm saying? They don't really look for a woman making more than them. And even if they did, if a woman tries to climb and say become a doctor, she it's that hypergamy. It's she wants it across and up. So she's making $250,000 a year. She's looking for a guy that's making $250,000 a year. That's almost rare. Plus, on top of that, you got to think about it. It has to be the type of ethnicity you like, the type of height. He has to make the money you want. And then you didn't even know if he has a bubbly mentality or a personality that you might like. And then lastly, he has to like you. So all these things are restrictions women put on themselves when they get a higher degree or education. Now, I'm not saying don't do it. Do it if you want. But you have to understand that when your mind goes up like, oh, well, I started off making $40,000 a year. Now I'm making $80,000 a year. It might be best to just date somebody making 60. You know what I'm saying? But they want to date somebody making 80 and up. And then expect like the purest person. A guy making that much money as you making, man, he might fuck around and walk, cheat on your ass because he making money and that's what girls want. 80,000 is impressive to a motherfucker, to a female that's only making 20. Just saying. But the men don't look at women the same way. What up, Carter? What up? What up, 773? You might be from the rack. What's going on, brother? Shit, famo. We just doing some reacts over here, man. I'm trying to tell these men out here what these women be on, shorty. That's it.
I just think that...
But, like, you have to understand, like, I think all the ladies have to understand this. At some point, you have to know that what's being told to you isn't to harm you. I'm in the city
out south.
Right? So if
what's the word? What's the word?
Here, or no matter who it is, trying to tell you, look, your outlook on life right now is not correct. It's not going to benefit you in the end.
Appreciate the
sub,
brother. Are you willing
to accept that your reality, your perspective, could be wrong? And at how old are you? 25, 26, 27?
28.
28 years old.
You're
You're about to be 30.
Old fuck, yeah.
It's
What do you mean about to be 30? Don't say it like that.
You old as fuck though.
2 years
Damn,
away
I'm
from
old.
30.
You
Who
old.
the fuck said that?
She literally about to be
Oh
30.
my god, don't say that.
so-
That's not nice.
It's not about being nice though.
my
That's the
God.
problem. It's about being real. So the
What up, Dave? Get that money,
reality
bread.
is What you have
Let's get
been
it.
doing is not working.
Yeah.
What do you mean about what? Like, what do you mean doing? Like my
Well,
job?
but it
Because-
is working. She
I
doesn't
appreciate the
wanna be
love,
like-
Carter,
she
bro.
doesn't
I
I'm
didn't even
wanna
know
saying
you
I've
was
been doing it for
a
6
member out
years.
here,
What are you
brother.
talking about not working?
You must have don't be
What are we
commenting
doing?
like
Your
that.
dating life is
But
not
I appreciate
in
the
its
support,
success,
brother.
Okay.
Correct?
But
It's trash.
who says I want to like get a man?
You.
Are you serious that you want to get a man?
No, I'm saying who says I want to get a man?
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
This bitch
exactly.
confused.
It
be
is where
married?
she doesn't want to get a man.
I'm
She's
saying- I'm
enjoying
saying,
being
like-
single.
like,
Look, I'll stop wasting my time. Do you want to get married? Yes or no?
At one point,
Some point.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out to UCF. So at some point you want to get married, correct?
At one point, yes, but
You're going to have less and less
You see,
options the older
I
you get.
realize.
Look, if you're 28 years old, you don't know if you're gonna get married, bro. You might as well just hang it up, G, and just give it away. You might as well just have a long-term boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should not even, and this for the man though. Y'all shouldn't even be messing with girls if y'all can't vet them. Always vet them. And I'll be honest, the girls should vet the dudes too. Girls be pushing it to the edge. They be like 35 years old, talking about I'm gonna get married and have kids. Girl, you finna find somebody at the club and get knocked up. Don't even know if he a killer. Don't know if it was his personality like, how he treat his people. You know what I'm saying? But y'all be rushing shit like that. And it's like, y'all playing games with, like, at least have a long-term boyfriend, but don't just be at 28, 30 years old just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say she can't find nobody though. Like, she can find an old head. You know what I'm saying? But the old head, he gonna pay for the pussy just like everybody else gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But she might, you know, his style might be too slow for her. You know what I'm saying? She still wanna go out and chill. He don't want that. He want her to be in the house cooking. She a young buck. She don't know how to cook.
Guys, it's not possible that you could be wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So you had a question, right?
Yeah, because if you guys are saying that women are using, because I'm genuinely asking it from this perspective. So if we're using guys by like leveraging withholding sex, but then you guys say if a woman sleeps with you too soon, then you like disqualify her because she's not wifey material. So then how what's
What are
the
we supposed to do
don't.
here?
It doesn't work like that.
That's
No.
what a lot of
so-
guys say
So
though.
I think what she's
no.
saying is correct.
Valid.
Guys will judge you for the first initial sex encounter.
Yeah, maybe don't do it
Versus
on the
waiting.
first date.
Why
But
not
even
just wait?
after that?
So I think I'll let Mike go first, and then you guys go, and I'll do it last. So Mike, in your humble opinion, how does someone like herself navigate versus waiting for sex versus giving it right away?
Without anybody feeling used.
And if I'm being honest, it kind of sucks because I feel like nowadays it's just there's no structure in the family home and kind of structure in the family and the dad and having But if you don't got that, honestly, you have to have a solid male figure in your life that doesn't want sex with you, right? That can really lead you and kind of like show you like, okay, this guy he just want to fuck. This guy he might be a good guy, and I feel like at the end of the day.
So guys that are just wanting to
Get
fuck,
to
you
the
should
point.
just avoid.
But I say this, he's right. I think what up, Carter? He said having kids after 40 is crazy work. Facts. Did you hear the average age right now of people having kids is at 40? They said 48% of women from 25 to 40 they're single and kidless, bro. Yes, bro. We need kids to repopulate our earth in the United States. We need kids for the Army, Social Security, so we can fund it. You know what I'm saying? We the last generation that's even funding Social Security. At the very least, I'm happy to see people have a debate without being disrespectful and important. We remember to allow people to have different opinions than we have. That is true. I think everybody this is a learning experience. We're all humans on Earth, and we must learn. Okay, we must understand. But there are certain people on Earth that do know a little bit more than others. And sometimes you try to teach them, but I'll be honest, it's best to kind of let some people learn through their own mistakes. They must fall on their face in order to learn. Maybe what you told them in the past, but it will still be our duty to tell them at least. So then in the future, they'd be like, well, I remember that guy 3 years ago said this to me, and I never listened until now. I'd be having those certain spurts in my brain when somebody told me, like, I was young, and they'd be like, don't grow up so fast. I know you're trying to grow up fast. Don't grow up fast. Now I'm grown up and I'm like, shit, I wish I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things sit with me. But in this aspect, this has to do with their happiness, because I think certain women have a certain mindset that I need the fairy tale. I need to get married, but they're the same ones that break up the marriage. So it's like an accomplishment. Like, okay, I achieved this. This is my checkpoint. I don't like it anymore. I'm gone. You know what I mean? So it's like they're not even trying to look for it. So when they do look for it, there's a possibility that as soon as they find it, they're not even gonna like it, because they're not only they're not vetting correctly for it, they did not correct themselves. I know a lot of women, and they do not take accountability for their actions. They can be dead wrong. They'll look you in your face and they will debate the contrary. They're gonna debate their standpoint and they will never apologize. And you don't even look for an apology. They won't even admit what they're saying at the moment is incorrect. Like, they have like this part of their brain that don't want to admit it. And it's like, damn, like, I'm not trying to, like, I tell people when I'm telling them information, I'm like, be honest, I'm not trying to mislead you. I'm not that type of person, me personally, but I'm like, I'm not trying to mislead you. I'm telling you the truth. Like, I know I'm young, but I got experience because I learn from other people's mistakes, including my own. A wise man once told me, if you don't want to learn, then don't want to teach. Then I don't want to teach. That being said, it's our responsibility to share our knowledge. Yes, it's definitely our responsibility to share our knowledge. And also, they say a smart man learns from his mistakes and a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. See, and that's why I have more wisdom than a lot of people I speak with at work. I'm only 28 years old, but the women at work, they're 35, 38, 42, 52. And I might be biased, but I believe I have a little bit more wisdom than them, because I'm a man and I'm very logical with everything. Everything is, I'm like computing. It's input, output, input, output. If this, then that type shit. You know what I mean? They're like still fairy tale. Like, man, definitely wanted to be grown till I found out what bills was. Facts. When I found them bills, bro, I'm like, damn. When I found out a credit card, I was happy to spend that motherfucker, but I would not want to pay it back. Instagram ruined their minds. Definitely. I just finally had a child. I'm part of the generation who stopped having kids, scared of the rhetoric. Greatest decision I've ever made at 40. Facts. Yay. Us as men, there's no time limit on us. There's a time limit on them, though. That's the problem. You definitely have more wisdom than most. Appreciate it, Dave. We don't have a time limit. We can have kids at 80, 90, as long as we can still get that thing up. You hear me? But the thing is, for the women, they're on a time slot, but they're spending their youth to get a career. So if they're, like I said in the beginning, while you're wasting of your youth to get a career, which I'm not 100% against, of course we need a career, but they're also trying to enjoy their life. Like, if you're not going to get a career, don't be out here enjoying your life just trying to have fun, stack up bodies, be single parents. Because then what? Now you have a kid, and then that guy is just a guy that was just a fling, and now you have a kid by a fling, and then you want another guy to come rescue you and your child. Like, that's like super unreasonable. Like, ask the women out here which ones are willing to take a dude in with a kid when she is single with no kids. Like, it's not even reasonable to ask, to be honest. Like, but it takes a real man to raise another man's kid. I'm not one of those, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, too, the reason why we do that is access to the vajayjay. If we didn't have access to it, we probably would not want to do said thing. We really, literally would not approach a woman if we did not want to have intercourse with said woman. Because y'all not approaching fat women unless it's, you know, the club just closed, it's 4:30 in the morning, and you like, you know what? Just come to the door. You know what I'm saying? Don't put this over your face, G. You know what I'm saying? It's type shit. Women are considered geriatric, and I believe at 32. Oh yeah, geriatric pregnancy, bro. It's a high risk pregnancy. Kid to come out with deformities, G. You know what I mean? Hopefully it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But that's the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta think about it too. These girls are getting older and older, and like, do you really want to have a baby with a random man? You know what I'm saying? That you didn't vet properly. I think a woman should vet a man out for 6 months to a year before she allow him to have at least a child. You can have sex with him, whatever, But you should at least vet him for 6 months to a year if you want to have his baby. Because who says that he's going to be there? Who says that he's a good role model? Who says that he has good genetics to bring over to the next child? He could be the bloodline of a serial killer, G. And now it's in your kid's DNA. He could have health problems that you don't know about. That's another big thing I don't like. If the person has health problems, it could be autoimmune. It can even be asthma. It could be cleft palate. It could be any type of deformity, bro. You might not want to have a baby with that. Diabetes. Type 1, of course. He can have diabetes. Like, sometimes you don't want to procreate with those type of individuals because your kid might have medical problems in the future. That's literally, it's just like a dog. I used to have this German Shepherd, and my German Shepherd, the first one I had, it started to have seizures after like 3-4 years. Come to find out, the dude that breeded the dogs that were having seizures. So it had like epilepsy. You know what I'm saying? Not my dog has epilepsy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So my new dogs, all pure breed, all medical cleared. You know what I'm saying? Let me read this and we're going to keep going. Exactly. But they expect you not to see that as a problem, but a single father couldn't stand a chance. No, facts. A single father could not be, but they, you know what? That's because a woman is always going to protest things that are benefit themselves, and they're not going to, if they will not switch around, vice versa. They only see it from them shoes, and not all women, but the ones that I deal with at work and stuff, they only see it from them shoes, and they don't see it from the other half. That's why men are more good at chess than women, because I'm looking at your pieces where you would go in order to defeat you. I'm 10 steps ahead of you because I'm predicting your moves in my moves. If I do this, if this, then that. They're probably more better at checkers. We're good at chess because we're thinkers. We're logical. They're reasonable. But they really unreasonable. Bad enough with blacks having already diabetes and high blood pressure runs through our culture. Yeah, black people should not be procreating with other women just because she got a big booty, G. She can have all types of health problems, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. I need a whole family database health analyst shit. I need a blood test. God damn it.
Wait, that at all costs.
But that's the thing. It's
every guy's trying to.
Yeah, but when did you think is an appropriate time for a woman to,
If
say,
you're
okay.
already a hoe, if you're a virgin, stay a virgin.
Hayden,
if
mic,
you're
please.
if you're already a hoe, just try and find a good guy. If you're already a hoe,
Hold on.
move to San Diego and
This nigga
find
keeps
a
talking about
guy
San Diego
there.
every three and a half
supposed to
minutes.
mean?
Fuck San Diego.
No, I want to know. When do you think is an appropriate
If you're
time?
a woman, that's the best advice I
Also,
can
real
give
quick,
you.
real quick, we're gonna go
Wanna
over to
hear
Rumble, guys.
everybody's
Come on over to Rumble. Let's end kick YouTube and come on over to Rumble.
Oh, really?
Let's see, where's Rumble? I think we can get a Rumble for free. Let's see. Where's that Rumble chat? Kick. See, they never put Rumble in the fucking chat. I hate when they do that. Do I have Rumble? I don't know if I have it logged in. Oh, there you go. All right, bet. Where they at? They're not even on this bitch. They tweaking. Did they end the chat? Oh, no, they didn't end it yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Love
Look,
Kat.
to keep it really simple, right?
Yeah.
There's no secret formula. It's no secret formula. And that's why I feel like since the dawn of human time, there's literally some countries where, parents will choose the husband for the daughter, right? Because it's like no offense, but girls don't know what the fuck they know that shit. Oh, this guy's big as shit. Let me go. He has
I
motion. Let me go
clearly
ahead and
don't know
fuck
how to
him.
fucking pick
And
a
then your
guy,
body
so,
counts 30.
Should I be sending them to my dad so that he could say yes or no? Is that what I should
Yeah.
be doing?
Yeah.
I feel,
Sorry, I wanted you to finish. Okay, what's keeping you single, and then what's keeping your trait that's giving you single than the guys?
Hold on, we're not done yet. Hayden, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, wait, what was I saying?
She had a question.
Oh.
You forgot what you said?
About so that nobody's
You said
being
just be a.
used,
If you're already a whore, be a whore. I
like
remember
in
you
the
saying that.
balance.
Yes, yeah, if you're already, if you're not a virgin, body count over 5, you don't have a lot of.
Wait,
There's not
wait,
much
wait. So you're
excuse
saying
to
if
like
your body
hold back.
count's over 5, like you're fucked?
You're not fucked. Okay. I looked at Rumble. They're not even on Rumble. So I like their little intro. I'm gonna have to start my little YouTube just like how they got their shit. Like this looks kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. Like this can be like the little holding page where it just plays a video and shit. Like I'm trying to run my YouTube more like a production, like they running theirs. Like if y'all hit with my like premature amateur mode. Like it's only gonna get better after this. This is the least best mode right now. It's going to get better than this. It's gonna be on some levels like this. We definitely gonna have a team. I'm gonna run one-man army. But yeah, you're not screwed if you like. But the more you climb them bodies, the more I tell people like this. The more you climb them bodies, the more impressions you have on yourself. So that means the more someone else have embedded their DNA strains in you to think like them or just how you think. So for instance, like when girls say, you know, the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing why men date younger chicks. Yes, and I'm not saying super duper young, like 19 or 18, maybe 19, 20, 21. I understand why the older guys are going for younger chicks because they're less impressioned on. Which means if I want to take said woman serious, she's not stuck in her ways. So I can actually teach her how to behave that will benefit the family. Like, well, girl, I don't like this. I don't like this. This is good. If you want to have a good relationship with a good family, do this. But you trying to teach that to a 35, 40-year-old, bro, because you want to marry because she look good, and you telling her like a program, she's not going to get on your program, brother. She's not going to get in your program. She's going to do what the hell she feels. You know why? Because she's been oppression on by so many individuals and she has so many lifestyles and, you know, all that shit. So I don't know. The older I get, the more I understand men. It's like when I got older, right? I'm like, damn, why is I didn't grow up with my father, whatever, right? Cool. But the older I got, the more I understood why his ass wasn't there. I was like, oh, this makes complete sense. You know, it takes maturing to understand those answers that you always look for. Then you're like, oh, I get it now. It's stressful being with a woman. This is not an easy task. This actually takes very like a high mental amount of like stress levels in order to comprehend and definitely dealing with the, you know, myology. Anyway, let's read some comments. Exactly, but they expect, okay, bad enough with the blacks. Yeah, this is important stuff. I believe they're poisoned our minds with negativity, hatred, division, happiness, and peace are not profitable. It seems united we stand, divided they win. Facts, Dave. You be speaking that truth, brother. I'm telling you. You be knowing what you're saying. I'm going to move on. Always a pleasure seeing you at work doing your thing. Continue to challenge yourself and get better. Until next time, appreciate that, Dave, man. You're a warrior, big dog. Welcome to the Savage Foundation. Peace. And make sure you subscribe. I appreciate the love, brother. I was waiting to hear from you before I left, but while here, I heard that what you said, body count means something, but it doesn't mean it's a life sentence and you can't be happy and change your life. Facts. Yeah, body count, be honest, you can change. Even if a girl has a high body count, bro, with proper frame from a man, you can get her in your frame, but I'm gonna be honest, she has to be in your frame. I feel like sometimes they say that relationships don't last unless the women love the men more than the men love the women, because the man is less likely to leave the woman. So the woman has to love the man more in order for the relationship to even last. But if the man felt the way that the woman felt, she would already leave the man. If that makes sense. It's like we don't have high standards like that. Our standards is just, it's very modest, very humbling. Their standards like, well, if I feel like I could do better, I'm going to do better. We don't really have that mentality. We're like, well, we're complacent in what we have because we're happy. We don't need the best. We just need what satisfies us at the moment. We don't need more than that. Unfortunately, a lot of guys do cheat for, I believe, variety. They just want more options, but they don't love those chicks. You know, when a woman cheats, she's more emotionally attached to that person. Because You can't even. A girl gotta actually fuck with you in order for her to let you dig you out. You know what I'm saying? A dude, shit, he don't give a damn. He wake up with a hard on. You know what I'm saying? He just ready to stick on something. Shit. He don't even care who it is. Especially as you reach the age your father was when you were a child. Clarity. Yeah, facts. Bro, I swear to God, like, it's certain life lessons you learn when you get older, and you don't understand that till you a grown man dealing with the same situation, G. And I'm like, damn, like, my father wasn't in my life, but until I got older, and then I knew that, I was like, damn, like, this is what he was like. And then and then in your mind, and this gonna get deep. In your mind, you start to wonder, is it worth leaving the family for your peace? And then you're like, man, and that's all my life. I always thundered like, damn, if, you know what I thought when I was young, and I don't tell nobody this, but I appreciate y'all listening to it. Make sure y'all subscribe though. And it's deep. I ain't even gonna tell you. I thought when I was younger, I said, man, if my daddy just allowed my mother to yell at his ass all the time and beat him, I would have him in my life. I was delusional to even think that, right? I got older and I said, nigga, I understand completely why this nigga left. Like, I don't even fault him for real. Like, sometimes you're going to pick your peace and you got to leave what you love back in order to protect your peace, unfortunately. That's literally what it is, man. And not to give him full fault, but, you know, he has fault for not being there for real. But at the end of the day, the older I get, the more I understand that it takes a lot of mental capacity, CPU, in order to deal with a female. You know what I mean? Because a lot of women in now these days that they want more of your attention than they probably wanted in the past of the men that were actually working. Now they're almost decentivizing you to work so you can be like almost cuddled up with them. And I hate to say that, but that's how I feel sometimes. It's like, damn, can I go work and make some bread? I don't want to be cuddled up with you, but you making it seem like if I don't cuddle with you, you finna go out there searching for another nigga. He got to make money too. It's like, can men be men and go get some bread? You know what I'm saying? Can we go out there and go find something, our purpose? Can we hunt? That's all I'm saying. Can we go out there and hunt? You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay at the house and do what you got to do. But men, we got to go out and hunt. Allow us to hunt. Do not hold your, and this is for all the women in the chat. Do not hold your man back when he's trying to go get something that is unachievable that you're not going to sacrifice your life to get. He's willing to sacrifice his life to work construction, come home, the dust all in his nose from the factories, on his feet, hands callous. You know what I'm saying? Just let that man work. He's doing it so your hands can look beautiful with the nail techs and shit. Let's see where we at. You said, keep dreaming bigger and bigger. Study those shows you can relate to, but never worship them. Remind me, did you research Thomas Sowell? Oh, are you the one that told me about him? Let me see right now. I remember somebody told me. Now I'm putting your name to a face. Let me see. You said Thomas. I'm going to put it on the click and then let's see. Thomas Sowell, American economist. I'm guessing not yet. Do it. Yeah, I didn't. As soon as you said that, it just clicked to me who you were. I remember we was having a long conversation that night, bro. It was so many people in the chat. But now I got him up right here. So as soon as we done, I'm gonna read his shit right here. So I know. But now I got it up now. He said, fan for life, sir. Appreciate the love, brother. I appreciate the love, man. We going on a successful train right now, bro. I surrendered my life to this type of shit, bro. I was going to go to school to go further into nursing, but I said, you know what? This is a time of an opportunity. I got an LLC for my business and everything. I'm going to bet on myself right now. You know what I'm saying? If all don't go well, I'll go back to nursing school. Facts. That ain't nothing. I'm still 28 years old. I got time. But at the main time, I'm going to treat this like my school. I'm going to treat my business like I'm in school. I'm going to invest my time. I'm going to invest into mentors, and I'm going to invest into equipment. I'm going to treat this like I'm going to school. And if all goes shit down the drain, we go to nursing school. Shit, that's all. Plan B. But we're going to stick with plan A. We're going to put our back against the wall. So let's see. Good evening again, Angelo. Here hoping hoping you and fine folk in the chat are well tonight. Pure Palm, we're doing good tonight, man. We doing good. I want to talk to y'all. This is a random reaction. I just wanted to like kind of speak with the crew and stuff. You know, I'm doing a 30-day streak right now from the 1st of June to my birthday, June 30th. So I just want to go and I don't have to record content every time. Sometimes I just be wanting to calm down and talk about relationships. I'll be wanting to talk about just random shit on my mind. I sometimes just want to speak with y'all. You know what I mean? So, but either way, I'm going live 30 days straight. And then after that, we're going to probably do another 30-day streak. And then after that, we're going to do another 30-day streak. You know what I mean? I'm just one bit at a time. We going to hustle this year. We getting to 5,000 subs this year, minimum. 5 to 10 is my next goal for this year. You know, my first goal was 1,000. I got 2. My next goal is going to be 5 to 10. So we got to hit 5,000 subs this year minimum. And I got about 6 months left. And I'm going to hit it. So I'm working hard. You know how I go. So far, you remind me of a young Ali Ashik. Lots of learn. Make sure you do every day. Yes, sir. He's a good comedian. He's definitely a good comedian, bro. Like I'm starting to learn now with this YouTube stuff, this content creation stuff, bro. You ever had the feeling you predicting the future, G? You ever had a feeling that you feel like you are seeing things before it's happening? That's exactly how I feel with this YouTube stuff. It's like the universe is pulling it to me and that it's happening. And I'm like, it's right in my face. I am also praying for it, but I'm also working towards it as well. You know, in my eyes, I feel like God is luck. He puts the opportunity in my way and I'm preparing for it. And he is the luck that happens. And then eventually shit just gonna line up together, clash, and it's gonna be luck right there. I'm gonna be a overnight success that only took every night of hustling. Every living night, nigga. I only sleep for like 5 hours a night for real. I ain't gonna lie with you. I just got off a 16-hour shift. That's how much I'm hustling. Not only am I clearing debt this year, because I'm doing a branch. This is Angelo Soul Media. We're doing Angelo Soul everything. Angelo So Funny, Angelo So Motivated, Angelo So Hungry. That's all on my main channel. Go there and subscribe to those too. Once I get to Angelo So Hungry at 50 subs, I can go live stream and make my steaks on there live if y'all want to subscribe to that channel on my main channel. My father died a couple months back and I miss him intensely. Man, RIP to dad, man. It's hard to lose family members like that, bro. Like I work in a nursing home, so all I see is death, bro. And it's like I'm almost numb to the shit, which I hate because it's like they don't pay you enough to be numb to things like that. They don't pay you. Like I don't mind taking care of the elderly people, but they don't pay you enough to kind of like be numb to death, because then when it comes to your own family, you're numb to your own family's death. And that's the sad part and the reality of nursing. So for those guys, I'm going to give you a little lesson. When you date and deal with women in nursing field, not only do they have their own personal traumas, they go to work and they get traumatized more. They go to work and they got high stress levels there. And then they come home and that's why they be taking it out on y'all, because they're already at home stressed out as hell. Or I'm not at home, I'm sorry, at work stressed out as hell. It's a very high stressful job. CNAs are less stressed than nurses. Nurses are super high stress, bro. And then instead of like leaving it at work, they bring it home, and then they yelling at your ass about putting your foot, your shoe in about nothing. Yeah, R.I.P. Daddy though. You weren't all wrong for thinking that way. That's part of the process of learning. Well done. Yeah, man, we gotta learn. We gotta learn regardless. If we don't learn, man, how we gonna grow? Facts. Like, and I'm always willing to admit when I'm wrong. You know, that's another thing about maturing that I think a lot of women gotta take into consideration. You gotta admit when you're wrong. That's just part of being a woman. That's part of being a man. But holding on to that pride and be thinking like, hey, man, I'm never going to admit. You ain't got to say sorry, but you can say, oh, damn, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for your loss, man. Left 2021. Damn. It doesn't get better, but easier. Yeah, facts. You know, I would say, you know, it gets better over time. I hope that it gives you a certain motivation to do something that it would make him proud to see in the sky. You know what I'm saying? In heaven, that's what I do. When my auntie died, it really was devastating. That was about 8 years ago, 2017, I think. Was it 2017? It was 9 years ago. Oh fuck. You know what I mean? But that devastated the family, bro. But it motivated. It kicked me into hard drive. It made me perform. It made me activate. You know what I mean? I tell people and I tell men, you got to figure out what makes you activate to make you become that beast that God knows that's inside of you and unleash it for either good or whatever you need it for. But that energy is much needed. You will never leave your side forever. Yep. Thanks, friend. Sorry for your loss, too. It's tough times. Yeah, man. That was me, LOL. All love. Making the dreams a reality. We sure are. Bless up, man. Your content has been real strong lately, and I'm stoked to see where you take your channel next. Thank you, Param. I feel what you're saying about working in a nursing home and the proximity to death. It's like you've got to break your emotional thermostat to keep up either your professional duties and that distance for you from emotions in a double-edged sword. Yes, facts. And to be honest, I was actually, because I was dictating if I wanted to be a paramedic. But to be a paramedic, you got to be a firefighter, so a paramedic, right? And I started thinking, because they was out here where I'm at, they pay a lot of money. They starting off at like $90,000, $90-some thousand. And I said, in my mind, I said, first, do I want to shave my beard? I said, nah, I don't want that firefighter mustache. But mostly I said, do I want to be traumatized? Is that $90K before taxes, of course, is it worth traumatizing my mind? If you're in Chicago and you're a Chicago Fire Department, do I really want to see, you the
All right,
first
we are live. What's up,
responders?
guys? Welcome to the Fresh Air Podcast After Hours Edition with Joe and Stone Live Latest.
You are the first responders when it comes to being a firefighter, and you will see traumatic things, kids, adults, elderly people. Like me at a nursing home, when I see elderly people die, I'm like, good thing, y'all live this long, you lived a great life. But when I see a child die or someone in their 20s, 30s, I don't like seeing that type of stuff. And I don't think that 90,000 is enough to pay me to not see it when I close my eyes to sleep. So I said, nah, let me pick something that's less traumatic to me when I retire. You know what I mean? A lot of firefighters commit suicide, by the way. I mean, self-deletion. You can't say that on YouTube. But it is true. Just like the same for, I once thought about being an anesthesiologist. Anesthesiologists have the highest self-deletion rate in the nation. Definitely in the medical field, for sure. Highest. You know why? Because they see it all. One little nick and it's over, just like that business. It's just like, all right, take him off the drugs, wake him up, tell his family that complications. And then, you see kids die, adults die. Like, not all surgeries are successful. People die on the table a lot. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what are you willing to sacrifice for that trauma that you will get for that? And it's like, if I don't need to go through that type of shit, I don't want to. That's not going to make me a better person. It just makes you a cold person. That's like, damn, like your feelings get cold hearted. You definitely have that gift. We all follow our dream. We all can follow our dreams, but so many wind up in the situation that changes our future. Stay the course, be patient. Don't expect it to happen overnight, but facts for sure. I'm going to mess around with the next ones. Who needs us more? I again am looking forward to your success, man. Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate it. Bush Bomb, appreciate it with the $5, brother. Appreciate it. It reads, what gang drink on me? Appreciate it. I'm gonna like that right now. I appreciate it, man. You always looking out for a brother. Drink on him for sure. I appreciate the love. YouTube, what's so crazy about YouTube? They take a third of your money. I ain't even know. One time somebody gave me like $30 and I looked back and it was only $20. I was like, yo, YouTube they take a third. They are pimps, G. I'm going to have to figure out another way to get the money without giving it to YouTube. Some people do like an outside company that's like you post there. Don't bring it home. Keep a good sense of humor. And if you need to talk with someone, do it. As a former first responder, I still have stuff that carry on this day. Facts. It's hard, brother. It's hard. That's when I'm in a nursing home. I got a guy right now going through hospice care, and I'm like, dude, he's gonna go any second. I mean, any minute now. I hope he lasts to his birthday at least. You know, it's only like a week and a half away. So, you know what I mean? I just see this type of stuff all the time. And, you know, it creates wisdom. You know, I've been in the nursing field for almost 10 years. So it creates wisdom to the point where you start to understand stuff, or you have the thirst to understand things like what is the meaning behind all this? You actually start asking the questions that I think God wants you to know. It's like, what is the meaning behind it? Why are we here? Where do we go? What should we go? What should we do on earth? And that's why I don't partake in a lot of things that other people, like I call them drifters. I don't partake in things that drifters partake in, because I know that, hey, bro, we're not alike. Your goals in life has nothing to do with me. I'm trying to see how far can we take it? How long can we live? How can we how can we cure all cancer or something like that? Like, that's where my mind goes. My mind I can't rest. I don't know why. Even when I try, I can't. I'm too busy trying to use my youth to get ahead in life and then help everyone else. It's like it's your calling almost. Last night I tuned into your channel. And you were talking fitness, fashion, and finance, and I was like to live like that too. I knew when I was going to dig your program, and I do. Yeah, bro. I'm on a 30-day streak. I'm going on a 30-day streak, and I like to talk about a lot of things. Like, I like to talk to well-minded individuals just like myself. I like to talk to other people that actually you can have conversation with. Because I was at work, and I'm talking to the girls at work, bro. And, bro, I hate to say this, bro. It's like I'm talking to a wall, bro. I'm talking to them, and I'm spitting game. I'm hitting them with logic, game, numbers, finances. I'm like, bro, if you do this and this, you can fix your credit like this. I said, man, look. I said, I'm not bullshitting you, lying. I'm like, I would not mislead you for real. I said, I use AI to help me with my finances to get my credit score up and come up with a lucrative plan to get ahead. And I'm telling them the game and shit. They not listening. I said, dude, look at my credit score. It's literally 800. I'm like, I'm not playing with you. And that's Credit Karma 800, which means it's probably like an 830. So I'm like, dude, I'm telling you how to get it. Y'all not listening. And it's not really that hard. It's just advocating debt to different locations. And, bro, Angelo's a nerd. I'm like, all right, but I ain't broke, though. So we on two different levels. And these grown women, too. I'm 28. These times, I'm talking about like 35 and plus year olds. I said, man, I guess we just on different levels, man. And that's kind of how I feel out of place sometimes. I'm like, am I supposed to be partying? Am I supposed to be hanging and being dumb as hell, too? I'm like, nah. Then I second guess. I'm like, nah, no, I'm not. I'm supposed to win. I was put here to win. You are a healer, so if you're going to be successful, you're going to have to do this and make it count. Make it benefit people, and you're sitting here to do that, I believe. Yeah, bro, I literally just said that for real. You reading my mind. Like, I feel sometimes I have that need that I was sent here to perform, at least right now in my youth years. Maybe I'm meant to calm down later, but at the moment, I'm here to work. I'm here to make sure all the smart thinkers are put into a circle away from the people that don't want nothing to do with their life, the NPCs, the people that just want to hang on the block, shoot up shit, you know what I'm saying, do drugs all day, you know what I'm saying, drink all day. Now, it's okay if you partake a little bit, but that's not our calling, bro. Our calling is not supposed to be distracted. We're supposed to see how far we can go. I was just talking to somebody about the Black Wall Street, and I said, what's stopping us from building that shit again? Like they said, okay, the white man tore it down, cool, whatever. That was the past. Now, what's stopping us from doing it again now? We have the knowledge, and the knowledge will be more powerful now than ever. I said, all right, man. You know my flaw? It's not a flaw at all, but it is a flaw. When I see somebody doing something I think that's incorrect, in my mind, I'd be like, I can do it better. So then I try to do it better, and that's the problem. But at the same time, it's a gift, because I'm like, all right, well, there's times I was trying to put people up on YouTube, and I said, man, you know, one of my homies, he looked like he can be doing YouTube and shit. I said, you know what, bro, you're not doing it how I think you should, and I don't think you have the motivation. I said, man, let me try it. Step aside. I think I got something. And then I got into YouTube, and I literally told myself this last year. I said, man, if I can get 1,000 subs, and I'm gonna actually try to get them. I said, if I can get 1,000 subs, I'll literally try YouTube for sure. Fucked around, got doubled them out in the same amount of time. I said, oh wow. So I said, fuck it, we're gonna triple it up. Duh, we're gonna double it to triple up. We're gonna get 5,000 now. Now the 5,000 coming, I'm like, oh man, we got 5,000. I think we can hit 15. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's finna come. Like that's how I feel. I don't know. Alternate platforms, my brother. Yeah, I have I want to start going live on like Instagram or Facebook, TikTok or something while I'm going live on YouTube. So I was just doing a lot of research today about this stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to take some action. You know, I still got to post daily. So tomorrow I'm going to actually, well, today technically is 1:30. I'm going to take some action to make sure that everything's going smooth. So that I'm like, all right, what can I afford? What can I purchase what type of AI do I need to buy in order to make my shit function like clockwork? Or what type of information do I need to do to make sure I'm running like a business? Like you guys probably don't know Anton Daniels, but I like his style. But I want to do that same style for Chicago. You know what I mean? Because he's out in Detroit. YouTube gave your broke ass a platform to make $30, nothing free in life. Yeah, facts. So that's why I don't even be tripping about it, because YouTube gave me a platform. And, you know, they the pimp. But you know what? They got to take their little slice off the top. But you know what? I think they getting paid. They taking everything, boy. They getting paid from the advertisers, and they take some of that too. But hey, I'm willing to take they their own tax man. They're Uncle Sam of YouTube. Have a good night. Might be back. So much hate here. I enjoy and appreciate this environment you've created. I appreciate it, Dave, man. You stay up, brother. Stay up. Make sure y'all go to work tomorrow. We think about your purpose, man. Wake up and think about why we do this, and then go full throttle. It ain't too late. Sorry, got the hiccups. It ain't too late. We still young, bro. Age ain't nothing but a number. I know a dude at the gym. He twice my age. He bench pressing more than me, and I can bench press a lot. People like us here know we are the people out there that can't deny us, even if they try. Facts. They used to think that I could change people's mind and influence their behavior to the positive, but I've mostly given up on that now. It's just me and my very close friends and try to influence. Yeah, man. You see, really, look, it ain't too late, Pure Palm. You know, you got people like me out here, bro. Like, and when you're in the group, say you with a group of people like me and you and that, bro, I'm only going to bring positivity to this group. So this might be your new group of people that's like, hey, man, it ain't too late. We can pick this back up and influence people some more in the right way, though. You know what I'm saying? You are definitely on the right track, young man. I would love to be 28 again, knowing what I do now. You're going places. Thank you, brother. White Snake. And be honest, bro, I wish I was 18 again. If I know what I know now, I'm at 28. If I knew what I knew now and at 19, bro, oh man. This beast would have already been created. I would have had so much influence that I'm like, dude, like I'm like the leader of the new school for real. Now, and that's only my closest people I let influence and instruct me. Maturity recruits skeletons and distractions. Yes, requires skeletons. You know, sometimes my girl. You know, sometimes and I hate to say this. Sometimes I tell my girl, I'm like, dude, you gotta let me work. Like God has put this vision in my head. You either gonna this train is moving. You gotta get on, and you gonna have to get off. But regardless, this train going. I've been blessed by this mindset, and I've never had this feeling before, and now everything's coming to fruition. So you either gonna join me on this path of greatness, and this is, and I hate to do this because it makes me feel like I'm almost trying to convince you to make a decision that's best for you. You know what I mean? So I'd rather just say, hey man, do what you want to do. If you feel like you want to leave and go find somebody else that's going to give you that lovey-dovey cuddle shit, then I advise you to go. If not, if you want to be down with the winning team, you stay down. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I hate saying that because it's like, why am I convincing you to make a decision that's best for you? You should already know what's best for you. I shouldn't have to convince you to do it. Make sure and take a retirement serious. Oh, yeah, bro. I can't wait till I'm actually, like, I'm finna be aggressively aggressively investing in everything. I gotta make sure we max out the IRAs, the Roth IRAs, the 401s. I don't really like the 401s that much because it's gonna be taxed later, and we all know the tax rate's gonna be much higher in 30 years than it is right now. So I like the IRAs. I like to get taxed in the front end, so I can just take my money after it and grow money. Let's see. Perpom, I hear you. All that wins up matters to those who lock in and those who love you back. But someone got to try and improve our communities. Facts. We have no choice, bro. Like, literally, we have no choice but to improve our communities. Like, I feel like it's almost like I work around a lot of people, bro, and I hate to say this, but the black people are the most fucked up. But I would say I work around mostly black women. Angelo, you're giving us hope. Great answer. Yeah, man. I'm just speaking the man. Look, this is what I really believe. That's why I'm flowing with it. LaShawn, what up, G? Off subject, did you just celebrate a birthday? No, my birthday on the 30th of June. Me and Mike Tyson share birthdays, brother. Almost there. He said, shit, F all that. I wish I was 18 or 28. 300 and he said 3,088 years old. I wish I was 2,048 years old. I was in love with a fine Puerto Rican, Filipina goddess. Shit. Puerto Rican and Filipina? Ooh, wee. That sound like trouble, though. That sound like some trouble. Sometimes when you love hard, man, it's a blessing and a curse. You're doing great, Angelo. You're sharp and dedicated, and you're all positive vibes. That's a wicked combo. Glad to be here. Facts. Appreciate the love, man. Invest facts. They didn't teach us that. None of that. What's the advantage of the youth right now, bro? At first, I don't know how old y'all are, but you know what I kept hearing? I kept hearing they was like, oh, the old heads got the houses at $30,000. Now it's worth $1.3 million. I was like, yeah. Technically, yeah, but not a lot of people at that age didn't buy no houses, though, too. But I'll tell you the advantage that we have now that they don't have. We have technology, and we have the internet. We're born into it, so we don't know anything better. Like this is our beginning. It's like being born when the PS4 came out, PS5 came out. They know the PS1, PS2, which I know the PS1, PS2 as well, but I was born in the 90s, so I was just in that middle ground where people were stopped going outside and started doing tech. And that's what I like the most. So I feel like, yes, the old heads had the advantage of buying properties at a young age, taking advantage. But look, now, guess what? A lot of the old heads, 63 years old, 67, they're either going to nursing homes or they're retiring. They want to get rid of their whole portfolios. And they're giving, right now is a wealth, what is they call a transfer. They call it a wealth transfer. There's people selling laundromats. I just seen something on, sometimes I go on Facebook Marketplace, someone's selling a vending machine route. I said, bro, this is a wealth transfer right now. Y'all about to get y'all money up right now. That's what I said. I don't want to buy a house right now because I think the down payment I'll buy for a house, I can possibly buy a business that is lucrative. So we're going to see what happens, man, in the future. You win some, you lose some, but you lose some so you can fight another day. You know what I'm saying? That's all there is to it but to do it, man. This is just the hustle money game. This is the hustle money mentality. I wish everybody had it, but everybody can't. I'm in my mid-40s, been retired from my civil service job a couple years, and the amount of opportunity I see for young, hungry hustlers at the moment is off the hook. Facts, bro. Like, we want it, bro. We want that stuff so much, bro. We willing to do anything for it. That's legal, of course. People talking like old heads own properties and we don't. Shit, my grandpa bought a brownstone. A brownstone for maybe $18K today is worth $2 million. They got paid $1 poor. Don't hate. Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, they just made the right decisions at the right time. That's like buying the stock. That's like buying Amazon stock. Say you had $1,000, $10,000, and you bought Amazon stock back in the 90s, bro. You up right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all. With proper education. But back in the day, if you think about it with the stocks, like you had to have the knowledge to buy stocks before you had to have somebody buy it for you. Now they have Robinhood. Like, the old heads didn't have this opportunity for real. I can find properties around the nation within a blink of an eye through an app. I can even have AI search the nation for certain opportunities for me. Like, the old heads didn't have this opportunity. They have it now, but some of them are a little too old to even function with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to use this type of stuff. They're not tech savvy. So that's when the youngest come in. They're like, all right, you're right. You know, grandma and them, they probably got a $2 million home. But little did she know, she don't know how to type 60 words per minute type stuff. You know what I mean? People talking, okay, there's no better time than right now to get rich. Facts. Simple as that. Like, make sure your house is put together and run out and get it. Leave. And I feel like Jesus had to sacrifice his life. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we gotta sacrifice? I feel like we all must sacrifice. If we're not sacrificing, is it even worth having? You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta think about the haters. If you don't have haters, that's another problem right there. That means you're not doing the right thing. Everybody's supposed to have haters. When they see you moving, they're like, man, you know, you're looking good, you're getting the money, your fashion's on point. Man, I hate this dude. You know what I'm saying? That's what they on with me. There's no better time than right now to get rich. Facts. Shout out to Friday. Yeah. They've lived through the Great Depression and maybe an example of how bad things were today. Yeah, facts. So that's the thing. Like, each is on. We all gonna live. We all gonna die. But the thing is, we gotta build what we have now in order to live a better future. Because sitting through this stuff, man, it's like, this is boring, bro. I've been in nursing for a very long time, and then you got to think about it. Like, what are you willing to do about your circumstance right now? Are you going to sit there and complain about it, or are you going to get active? I say just get active, brother. It takes less time and less stress. Just, you know, take your little mental breaks that you need and get right back active. All right, Perpom, I'm fully adopted AI technologies for investment, math, education, everything, and it's an incredible tool and very I'm getting tired. I'm really excited about how it develops and integrates coming up over the next few years. Angelo, I see so much fake outrage, eat the rich socialism, wrong wing, right wing, left wing, same bird. Yo, you know what it is, brother? They all distracted, Dave. They all distracted, and it's fine. They can be distracted because while they're distracted, I'm about to eat. Yeah. You know, there's a saying they say, the rich say, it says, when it's blood in the streets, it's time to eat. And usually that means when the stock market drops, it's time to buy. You know what I mean? That's usually what that means. But it can go for a lot of things. While everybody's non-motivated, you just go and do what you need to do because you're going to shine. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to outshine too much before it's your time. You know what I'm saying? The regime we live under hates young, hungry, and smart. We need to reject the current regime and vanguard our people forward. I'll tell you this. Even this is in a nursing field, bro. They literally incentivize bad behavior. The people that's lazy, they get what they want. The people that's lazy, they get, you know, raises. While the people that's working hard, they don't get recognized. They don't get breaks. They don't get, you know, a lot of things. You'll probably even get penalized for even speaking on people that's not doing anything. My black ass got a Vanguard. Preach to him, please. No facts. I'm like, you talking that stuff. You got that Vanguard? Yeah. So, what time is it, man? It's getting late, brotherlings. And I'm getting sleepy. Man, it's you know, and I'll say this: I've been having this feeling. The harder we work, the more they're gonna take. Yes, you gotta play it smart. Like when it comes to the tax game and you making money, it's time to switch the game up a little bit. It's like, wait, hire you a CPA, hire you an attorney, hire you everybody you need in order to regulate your future. Because there's ways people have been salvaging from being taxed so much. I said, oh shit, you can write off a car, go buy a car. As long as it's for business purposes, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, we need to enjoy what the people before us have been enjoying. We need to understand how it works so then we can use it too. That's all. The harder we work, the more they're gonna take. Get rest tomorrow, another day. Early birds get the worms. Facts. All right, man. Mr. Dave, Mr. Pure Palm, LaShawn, I appreciate the love, brother. Y'all been great to me tonight, man. We did a little decent reactions. I didn't even have too much prep for tonight. That's why I did it, but that's fine. Like, I appreciate the love everybody got. And I think we can do better in life. We can definitely win. Like you said, what'd you say? The harder we work, get to rest tomorrow. We need to educate ourselves. Facts. The ignorance is no excuse anymore. No, ignorant is not no excuse. Like, I refuse, and I'm going to say this, I refuse to accept ignorance. I refuse to accept that, oh, I'm a victim. Nope. You're a victim. I'm not a victim. Like, I can't accept victim mentality. I'm the victor, not the victim. You know what I'm saying? I don't accept defeat. Not at the moment. Nope. God put the fire in my heart, kept me healthy, kept me on sharp heart, bro. No, I will not get distracted from my mission. God bless, man. Bless up, brother. Great banter and analyst tonight. Sleep well, eat well, and good, and be good with kind deeds. Appreciate it, man. I'm finna get off tonight, man. I appreciate that. Later on, peace. I'm a girl, Damon. Oh, you're a girl. Lashana. I am a boy. That's a good movie. I know you black by just that quote. You say that to a white person and they don't know what you just referred to. I'm like, that's a movie quote from the Friday After Next. That's how you can tell who you talking to without knowing. All right. Appreciate the love, y'all, man. Y'all been a blessing tonight, man. I appreciate the super chats, man. We're going to get back on here tomorrow for the night news. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Just the Savage Report, man. She said she could be Polish. Could be. All right. I'm going to get off of here now, man. I appreciate the love. Let's see who's on the other stream. Because, I got 2 streams going. Oh, stay safe. You know, it's so funny, stay safe. You got to get in the vertical. This is the other. So I got, for those that don't know, I have a vertical and a landscape mode going. And I don't know. No disrespect to the real fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, stay safe. Brother, I got older and I started to wake up. My father was like, bro, you are not like me. Father gave me independence. I'm out. All right. Thank you, stay safe. What's up, dude? It's me on another account. Remember when I made that track? This track on you. Yeah, you know, it's so funny. I love seeing y'all back on here and trying to see where I knew y'all from. That is entertaining me because I talk to so many people on here, but I have really good memory. But until I see it and then you be like, oh, remember me here? Remember this? I'd be like, oh, I remember that conversation. You know what I'm saying? This is very entertaining. So we're going to be back on tomorrow. It's your boy Angelo Savage. This is the Savage Report, and we are reporting live. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's get that algorithm up, man. So appreciate the love. We out for the night, man. Peace, love, blessing. Y'all stay lit. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay woke, I guess. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Yep, I got him up right here. Look. Right there, you see Thomas Sowell, American economist. So I'm about to check him out real quick, and we're going to get back into it, man. Appreciate the love. All right, we out for the night, man. Y'all, peace, love. It's your boy Savage. Don't forget to subscribe. We out for the night. Peace.